Roger Marshall joins me now. He's been on the program before. Senator, it's always good to see you. I appreciate your time. Give me your sense of what has happened at the CDC and your level of concern about it.
Well, look, I believe that President Trump selected Bobby Kennedy Jr. to be his HHS director is because he's a disruptor, and he wants us to address the true health issues in this country. Look, 60% of Americans have a chronic disease. The CDC is chronic disease along with prevention. So we need to have a more focus on prevention. Dr. Moneras obviously was not following that mission, that she had other priorities. So I think what we're seeing is a big change here in the CDC. And again, I hope that they get focused on helping us to prevent these chronic diseases, which are so much harming Americans.
As you well know, Senator, when RFK Jr. was present July 31st swearing in Dr. Moneras, he hailed her as a public health expert and someone who knew all the things that were necessary to be successful for his agenda at the CDC. Then there was a clash over vaccines. Are you comfortable with that clash and what happened to her and the others who resigned in protest?
Look, I think we need to stay focused here on the big picture that she was not cooperating with the mission. And I think part of that mission is being more transparent. You may know that I'm an OBGYN, delivered 5,000 babies. I'm not sure that every baby at 1 day of age needs a hepatitis vaccine, which is what she's pushing for right now, along with not every child needs a COVID vaccine as well. So I think that she was not willing to tolerate some of this willingness to cooperate and to share with parents what the information that they're looking for. So I'm sorry it didn't work out. I made a mistake. I voted to confirm her, but she was not going along with the bigger mission here. And again, I think we need to shift the CDC away from just vaccine clinic, but turning it into a true clinic that's focused on preventing chronic diseases.
Asking questions about vaccines is certainly part of an ongoing American health conversation. But I wonder, Senator Marshall, if you look at what was announced in Florida today by the state Surgeon General, that they are going to eliminate all vaccines for children and their requirements in the state of Florida, if that's not turning a potentially harmful corner.
Yeah, that may be a bridge too far for me personally. Look, their vaccines have saved, no doubt, millions of lives. So you think about smallpox, polio, just for starters. And some babies do need a hepatitis B vaccine, but not everyone. I think the challenge here, though, is one of the issues that Secretary Kennedy is trying to address is the CDC has lost its reputation, that the CDC lied to us about COVID and about the COVID vaccinations in particular. So now we don't have confidence in them. And here's a state that's probably overreacting as well. I want to do everything we can to preserve and make sacred that patient-physician relationship. And I want parents to have input. And I think that's the job of the CDC, is to make sure that the parents, the patients, that they have everything that they need there to make that good decision for their children. But 76 jabs is too many. Right now, the CDC is recommending 76 jabs before that baby is old enough to vote. I think that's just a little bit over the top. Somewhere in between, there's got to be a sweet spot here.
How about measles, mumps, and rubella, which is a vaccine protocol that almost every parent watching this program is familiar with and comfortable with? Are you as well?
Yeah, I am too. I think that's one of the good ones. It's been around. It's told the test of time. I would encourage everyone to get that particular one. But again, I think we need to just be more selective. Again, 76 is just too many. 18 jabs the first 18 months. I'm concerned about the interaction between those vaccinations. How is that impacting the development of that baby's immune system? And I think that's what we need the CDC and NIH to be researching.
On the Epstein matter, Senator Marshall, do you regard it as a Democratic hoax?
No, not at all. I want all the papers to be released. I want the truth to be told. Look, this is very important. Look, these young ladies were sexually abused. They were raped. I want every person that was involved with that to be held accountable, thrown in jail, all those types of things. As a father, as a grandfather, I want to make sure that everybody in that is held accountable.
In that sense, would it be your advice to House Republicans to vote for the discharge petition or sign the discharge petition to expedite that process of releasing the very documents you referred to?
You know, I'm not over on the House side. I don't want to give them overly prescriptive advice. I am definitely in favor, though, of releasing all the information about it. And I think that's what we see Jamie Comer over there, the chairperson of that particular committee of jurisdiction, is doing.
Very quickly, Senator Marshall, White House advisors were up on the Hill today talking about a rebranding of the big, beautiful bill to talk about it in terms of a family tax cut. Wasn't
Okay.
Big Beautiful Bill good enough branding?
Maybe we should ask Cracker Barrel about that, right? About rebranding. Look, the One Big Beautiful Bill is now a law. I think we should be focused on that this is the largest tax cut in American history. This is the largest spending cut in American history as well. That this is a great bill for small businesses, a great bill for hardworking Americans as well. I think that the bill stands on its own 2 feet. And what's really going to matter a year from now is what the economy's doing. And is this bill doing what we said it's going to do? I think it'll mean $1,000 a month in the Americans' pocketbooks when it all comes to fruition.
Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall, as always, sir, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Major.